You know what I mean? So it's like,
you're a small business and you're trying to get into the video realm. You've heard of how powerful it is, but you're just not sure where to start. Or maybe you've filmed some videos and they're just not quite as good as what you see out there. That's a normal thing to happen, especially when you're first starting and when you're getting things going. You know, no one's an expert from the beginning. Here's a strategy we invented here at Dubb called the blueprint method. This is a way for small businesses to look at successful videos and look at successful content and campaigns and replicate those pieces that you're able to. There is a blueprint to things that have happened.
We're going to show you how the blueprint method works in this video and also show you general tips and tricks on leveraging video marketing for small and medium-sized businesses.
I would say step one is to find a piece of content or a campaign, find something that you want for your business. So don't just look at the video and assume that it's doing well. Look at the engagement. See how many comments, likes, shares, how many views it has. If you see an advertisement that has a lot of engagement, a lot of views behind it, you know that that's a successful advertisement because they're continuing to pump money behind it. Step two, dissect it. Dissect that piece of content into its elements. Look at the framing, you look at the lighting, you look at the sound. Don't just rip somebody's video off. What are the elements of it that you are able to reproduce, and what are the ones that maybe you should stay away from? And then step three is build the plan that you're going to be able to execute from it. Have an idea of what we're going to do before we go into it. That planning step is pretty important. Get yourself into some groups where you can get objective feedback, a part of a learning community. You know, Dubb has a great community on Facebook where everyone's able to kind of get feedback from everybody else. Because your own friends and family, people close to you, aren't always the best source of feedback because they might be sugarcoating things a little. Set yourself up with an action plan that's attainable, things that you can actually achieve, that you're not going to stretch yourself too thin. The fourth step is to execute, follow through with what you planned on doing. The biggest holdup a lot of businesses have is they have all these great ideas, they just never get around to accomplishing them. Try to be aware of the production value of videos you're viewing, because when you're looking at something that would say like $1 million production, there's going to be elements of that you're not able to reproduce. So don't try to set yourself up for something you're not going to be able to achieve on a small business budget, but there definitely are going to be elements that you can replicate. So do the things that you feel comfortable with. Step five is reiterate. You know, if you had a piece of content, it had great engagement, now you're ready to move forward. So it's either an advertisement or you're trying to put that content in other places, ready to share that with other people. Definitely baby steps. You know, you gotta walk before you run before you can, you know, fly. Don't stay stuck in the same place. So don't continue to build off of only other people's things. You want to also grow into your own space, allow your own creativity and your own thoughts to come across in your content and the assets you're producing. You know, in 5 years, video is going to be this even bigger player than it even is now. Even myself, we have this fear. It's like, oh, I haven't done it yet, so it's just too late. Start doing it now. 5 years from now, you won't have those regrets. You'll have results. You'll have growth.
Companies that are not creating content right now, they're actually incurring debt. They're incurring brand debt. In 5 years from now, they're going to look back and they're going to say, wow, I have not built up my brand. We encourage people to map out the blueprint method and to adopt methods of creating content, putting content out there.
Getting into the video world, I think that's where we come in, is leveraging video. Because, you know, anyone can turn on a camera, but actually producing ROI and getting effective content from it is another thing. It's a skill and it requires tools. And that's really what I think our tool does, is it enables people to leverage video effectively without all the wherewithal and the know-how, especially our resources, like what we're producing. You know, that's giving people what they need to use video, and they don't have to go consume 1 million books or do all this other stuff and waste precious time. You know, it's like, it's all right here.
cool about the blueprint method is that it gives you a framework of how to be inspired, but it also gives you room to be creative and add your own flair. What's gonna make your video great is something that you actually believe in. Take that leap and you will find your voice on video. During the process of making something is when you learn.
As a small business, you have a unique opportunity to create content that can compete with companies 10 or 100 times your size. You don't have the levels of bureaucracy and the brand guidelines and all the red tape that comes with what large companies suffer from. Document your process, your meetings, your seminars, your webinars, anything that you can grab to put your content and to push your brand forward is going to help you. Consider creating content every day throughout your entire process, and whatever it is that you know and the niche of information that you possess, share that. A really important mantra here is to always think about cloning yourself. Figure out creative ways to capture content that people can consume on their own time that doesn't occupy or consume your time and resources. So using the blueprint method will allow you to take successful tactics and methods that other companies use that have had proven success, and for you to create your own process, your own flow, and your own method for your business. Figure out a way to capture the most authentic story that you have and share that with people, because I guarantee you, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, people will be able to connect to you.
Show you somebody exactly in your field of business and how they're succeeding with video. I think that ends up opening people's eyes a lot, and they're like, oh wow, my competition is doing this, and why am I not doing that? I do see the value in that.
It's about having a story to tell. If you're in branding, you are a storyteller, and you are someone that is developing relationships with people, and there's no better way to do it at scale than to create videos, put them out there, build trust with people, and then bring them into your world, bring them into your funnel, so that they can one day potentially be a client for your business. And if not them, their friend, their referral, someone that follows them.
If you don't ever get started, you'll never end up where you want to be. I'm not this influencer, I'm not this person. The imposter feeling, and it's like, you have to realize that those people grew into that role. Small steps lead to larger steps, but they're not even taking the small ones. It's just a matter of practice and comfort. Even if you don't share that video with somebody, even if no one ever sees it, taking a step towards your goal, you're making progress.
Especially on LinkedIn, especially small businesses, they see brands, small, big businesses alike pushing content out there, doing podcasts, doing webinars, doing informational videos, doing how-to stuff, and they feel like, hey, I'm not doing this. And as a result, I feel bad. I want to liberate people from that. One of my great hopes is that we can inspire people to feel comfortable, to realize how easy it is with technology that they already have, and to start putting stuff out there.
Like, even it doesn't even have to be a video, it can be like a blog post. Not so much what's written in the blog, it's how it's written, the pieces of the blog. You're taking the blueprints of how this blog was written, and then you're applying that to your own blog. It doesn't have to be a blog, it can really be any piece of content.
It's an inspiration point. It's a jumping off point. As you get more and more comfortable making videos or writing blogs, then you come into your own. Then you start creating your own blueprints. The foundation, I think, is really important for a lot of people.
Always, be humble, always be learning.
If you're not subscribed to our channel, consider subscribing to Dubb. We got more videos coming soon. Thanks so much. Bye.